All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha, Quadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing His truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And this video is going to be more of a faith booster video. The reason why I'm doing this video is because, well, if it be Yahweh, Yahweh Shai's will, we're getting ready to enter into some very, very serious times, okay? And the times that we are entering in is going to be a time like no other. And the times that it's like no other is going to be drastic. It's going to be terrifying. It's going to be scary. It's going to be horrifying. It's going to be bloody, you know. And the things that's getting ready to come to this society, the average mind of the peons out here are not ready for it, you know, because the people here on the soils of America, they're used to seeing cars drive by. They're used to seeing airplanes up in the sky. They're used to seeing people riding bikes up and down the street. They're used to seeing people walk up and down the street. They're used to seeing people shopping, children running around in the grocery stores, the shopping malls. You know, you got young teenagers who don't make friends in high school and college, who are basically at the malls hanging out, shopping, eating together. You know, people are used to having this easy, lavish lifestyle in this society. Joel 2:1, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. The holy mountain is the Lord's people, okay, which are the Israelites, which are the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indians, okay? Those are the Lord's people, okay? And Zion, which Zion goes basically means monument, okay? And we are sounding an alarm in the Lord's holy mountain, you know, amongst the Lord's people by what? Going out on the highways and hedges, prophesying, and letting our people know what is about to come upon the face of the earth. Like it tells you in Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, in the 17th verse, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. And that's what we're doing. We're sounding the alarm and we're giving our people warning, whether if they hear or whether if they forbear, right? For they are a most rebellious house, okay? Ultimately, when we're out there on the highways and hedges, when we do these lessons, when we do these videos, these edifying videos, these videos unto exhortation, these faith booster videos, they're really and mainly geared toward the elect, who will hear the voice of Yahweh Shai, obey it, and follow him. You know, like it tells you in Revelation, the 14th chapter, these are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. So blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. Now, when you're trembling, it means something heavy or terrifying or scary or something drastic which will make you afraid is about to happen. For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand, as it is written in the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. Now, knowing the time, that now it is high time to arise out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. So if the day of the Lord is nigh at hand, that means our salvation is nearer than when we believed, okay? Now, we don't know the exact day or hour, you know, when Yahushua will return. But judging from the signs, the events that are happening all around the globe, and the prophecies written in the Holy Scriptures, which is tied to the global events which are happening around the world, we can say that the return of the Lord is very near, because Yahushua told his disciples 2,000 years ago what signs to look for that will indicate his return. Okay? Such as Matthew's the 24th chapter. He said there will be wars and rumors of wars. When you watch the news, all you hear about is, you know, Iran talking about they're going to do this, they're going to do that. They're about to come up against, you know, those small hats. You know, you got the small hats who are just bombing everybody, you know, wars and rumors of wars, right? And then in verse 7, right, he said, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And what do we see? We see the kingdom of Russia, you know, talking about rising up against the kingdom of NATO. We got the dragons, the dragons of the desert, and the Carmenians, which are the Carmenians are the Iranians. Okay, the dragons of the desert are the Arabians. Okay, and they're basically coming together to fight against Amalek, which are them fake JEWs. Okay, you know, we got Russia coming up against Ukraine, annexing it. We got China talking about making a move on Taiwan, talking about sending warships into the artificial islands to basically get those American U.S. Navy destroyers away from those artificial islands, which typically and technically do not belong to them, right? Habakkuk 2 and 5, right? Habakkuk 2 and 5 tells you what? He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Yea, you know, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. That word hell goes back to the grave, okay, and is as death. And every time you turn on the news, what do you hear about? You hear about Esau just bringing death over there in the Middle East, you know, bombings, you know, mutilations, torture, you know, beheadings, people being killed by drones, robots, you know. This is what's going on. Okay, so he enlargeth his desire as death, and is as hell, and cannot be satisfied. But heapeth unto him all people, and gathereth unto him all nations, which is what? To get the New World Order. And the whole purpose behind all this chaos that's going on around the world, which is really orchestrated by the so-called elites, who is being controlled by Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua, who is putting it in their minds to fulfill his will, like it tells you in Revelation, the 17th chapter, the 17th verse, right? He put it in their minds to fulfill his will, right? So all these things that's going on the face of the earth is all because the so-called elites want a new world order. And the part of the so-called elites' new world order is what? To kill off the majority of the population, and ultimately to lead to basically keep a small few who they want to gather into themselves, and then implement their new world order, which is what? Which will be the fulfillment of, I believe, Job, the 20th chapter. The Lord is going to, when he is about to fulfill his belly, when he's about to fill his belly, meaning when they have a taste of their new world order and they think they're about to just live in it lavishly, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua shall rain the fury of his wrath upon them, and rain it upon them while they are eating. You see? So, you know, verse 2, it says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, right? Woe unto them that desire the day of the Lord. That's Amos, the 5th chapter, and I believe the 18th verse. Woe unto them that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it to you? To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. You see, and before Yahushua return, he's going to visit the world which he made, like it tells you in the book of 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter. You know, When thou begin to see these things come to pass, then shalt thou understand that the Most High will begin to visit the world which he made. And how's the Most High going to visit the world? Through his son Yahushua. And Yahushua is going to visit the world through prophecy, through the prophecies that is written: famine, disease, warfare, martial law, concentration camps, cannibalism, starvation, disease, warfare, Terminator robots, newly created beasts, monstrous apparitions, kidnappings, race wars, civil wars, class wars, economic wars, faction wars. It's going to be every man for himself, Okay, so the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. So a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like. And that's the key point right there. What's coming upon the earth is going to be unlike anything that has ever happened upon the face of the earth. Because back in the ancient world, there was no such thing as robots or drones or people wasn't creating, monstrous creatures and shit through experiments on animals and people and different creatures and such. You see, and martial law is also a part of those prophecies, which is going to be fulfilled. It's going to be martial law out here. Okay. So I'm going to read it again. Joel 2 verse 2. It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Okay. And when we go to the book of Daniel, let's go there. Okay. The book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, because it's going to get so bad out here in these last days that the Lord is even going to have to send Michael to defend particular men that are of the elect of the nation of Israel. Because, well, like it tells you in Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is what? Come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And in 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, it tells you that they shall be like madmen, sparing none. That means the so-called elites, they're going to pull out everything they have in order to get their birthright back, because the New World Order really is all about Esau, implementing a artificial birthright into the earth. And we see that, okay? We see that. That's why they got all this technology. That's why they got these supercomputers. They got these new Apple headsets now, and you put them on your head and you can pretty much use your brain to interact with the computer, and you're in this virtual world, and they're putting all these things out here, all these traps in the form of miracles to lure people into the idea of taking a C-hip so they can be linked into the beast system. Okay? Because Esau figures if he can put the C-hip, the micro C-hip, okay, into the new temple, which is the body of the Israelite man. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16, know ye not that ye are the temple of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua, and that Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua dwelleth in you. Okay, you see, if any man defile the temple, him shall the Lord destroy, for the temple is holy, which temple ye are. So the Israelite man is the temple of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua. And just like during the time of Antiochus, especially in the book of First Maccabees, where he had Israelites sacrificing swine in the temple, defiling the temple with sacrificing swine on the altars, people having sex orgies, that they had harlots in the temple, basically defiling the temple to basically keep Israel away from their God, you know. And basically Esau plans on keeping the Israelites away from their God by putting a microchip inside of them and making them perpetual slaves through a digital contract. You see? So the so-called elites, they're going to be like madmen, sparing none. Okay, so they're gonna have all manner of different type of robots out here that specialize in assassinating people, rather if they look like flies, rather if these robots are the size of mosquitoes, you know, hornets, rather if they look like birds, turtles, dogs, robot dogs, you know, they may look like robotic horses, okay, androids, robots that look like human but are actually robots, okay. They're going to have them out here killing people, okay? All these different creatures that Esau have been creating in these secret underground labs, you know, all these newly created creatures, hideous, monstrous looking, you know, ugly as shit, through hideous, so damn ugly, it scared the fuck out of people. Esau's going to have them out here killing people, okay? Okay, Esau's gonna, you know, he's gonna release all manner of viruses, diseases. You know, it's gonna be race war, civil war, class, you know, martial law. It's gonna be factions. People's gonna be forming groups, you know. So it's gonna be all out hell in America, you know. It's gonna be all out hell, man. And then on top of that, America's gonna be invaded. There's gonna be electric, Tesla, self-driving cars being hacked, driving on their own, running people over, blocking off freeways and highways so people cannot escape the cities by vehicles, okay? Which will fulfill the prophecy of 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, okay? And part of the reason why they're not going to be able to go into a different city is because of martial law blocking off them roads and bridges into these other cities, but also because of these different scenarios where you're going to have Tesla vehicles, electric cars that run by computer AI that's going to be hacked into by the government, that's going to be driving around, running people over, killing people, blocking off freeways, highways, roads, bridges, and exits and entrances into different cities. These are the times we're coming into. You see, so it's going to be a time like no other. Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble. What trouble? Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Okay, alas, so that day is great, so that there is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. The he that shall be saved out of it is the elect of the nation of Israel, which is the 1/3. Okay. It's going to be the 1/3. The 1/3 is going to be delivered out of Jacob's trouble. Okay. That's the trouble that's coming. Okay. So it's going to get so bad out here that the Lord's going to have to send Michael back to defend and protect his people. Okay? Okay? So there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered. Everyone that shall be found written in the book. What book? The book of life. Okay. And the book of life is even mentioned in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter. And they all wondered after the beast whose names were not written in the book of life. Okay. And that prophecy is being fulfilled right now. Our people are literally wandering after the beast. Okay, but they don't know it, you know, because Romans the 11th chapter. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and what the rest were blinded. So 2/3 of our people are going to be blinded. until hell completely breaks loose in America. And then when they finally realize what's going on, it's going to be too late. Okay, so those are the times we're entering into. Okay, so, you know, the Lord is going to protect his elect in these terrible, horrible, terrifying, scary, bloody, times that are coming. Okay, so if we come over here to the book of Proverbs, right? There's a reason why the scriptures say that, that the Holy Scriptures is the comforter. This is what comforts the Lord's elect. Okay, I'm just gonna walk out in this road real quick because it looked like a jungle right there. Let's see, Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10. Okay, it says the name of the Lord. What is the name of the Lord? You got guys out there who's saying that nobody's going to know the name of the Lord until Yahweh shall return. But the book of Acts chapter 2 verse 21 cuts that, because in the book of Acts chapter 2 verse 21, what does it tell you? And whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved, ye men of Israel, indicating that there are a particular group of people known as the elect, which will have the name of the Lord before the Lord returns. And the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, like it tells you in Proverbs 30:4. What is his name and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell? The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai. So the name of the Lord is a strong tower. What is a strong tower used for? A strong tower is used for protecting the people within it from what? The storm. And the storm is going to come in the form of what? Jacob's trouble. Okay. So if you're of the elect, don't worry about the times that we're getting ready to enter into, because the Lord said in what? In Isaiah 65, the Lord gives you confirmation he gives confirmation to his elect men that he's going to take care of them, Okay. The righteous runneth into it. Okay. The righteous. Who are the righteous? That's the elect. Okay. In the New Testament, in the book of Romans, okay, it tells you that a man's faith shall be counted to him for righteousness. Because if you have faith, you're going to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, which you can keep to the best of your ability. Okay. Okay. Because in the book of Revelation, it speaks about, the dragon. I believe that's Revelation, the 12th chapter, that went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Lord. Okay, so the elect is keeping the commandments of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, to the best of their ability. Okay, so just hold on to the faith, man. Continue to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, because there is if you're of the elect, there's a sure reward coming to you. You see, okay. Because there's going to be lions, tigers, dangerous animals, bears, cougars, wolves, cougars. It's going to be jaguars, panthers, all manner of dangerous animals out here. Rhinos, bulls, dangerous insects like mosquitoes. Okay, murder hornets. It's going to be birds out here. It's going to be, striking people from out of the sky, pecking out eyes, tongues, striking holes in people's heads. So and ultimately, Jacob's trouble is really Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's wrath coming down upon the disobedient amongst the people of our nation. So the name of the Lord is a strong tower. And a strong tower protects the people within it from the storm. The storm is going to come in the form of Jacob's trouble. All the horrifying things I told you about, and even the things that I have not even mentioned. Okay? The righteous runneth into it and is what? Safe. And how do the righteous runneth into the strong tower? By calling upon the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Let's go to Zechariah chapter 13, verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire. And I will refine them as silver is refined, meaning what? The Lord is going to test you, okay? It speaks about that in the book of, I believe it's James, the trial of your faith being more precious than fine gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise. Okay? Okay? That it might be found unto praise. Okay? And it might be found unto praise at the appearing of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. You see? So the elect is going to be tested during Jacob's trouble, but they're going to be found worthy to receive salvation. So that's what it's going to boil down to, man. And because they have passed the test, right? What's going to happen? Right? It says, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on what? My name. They shall call upon the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And what? I will hear them. And I will say, it is my people. Right. What? The Israel of the Most High, which is who? The elect. Okay. Okay. They shall call on my name. And I will hear them. Okay. And the Lord said, I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. Because we're going to need those names. You know, you got a bunch of idiots saying, yeah, oh, well, ain't nobody going to know the name until the Lord returns. Oh, well, wait a minute. You know, what are you talking about? What do you mean nobody's going to know the name until the Lord returns? You know, well, what do you mean nobody's going to know the name until the Lord returns? So the point is that the Lord's elect, they're going to know the names of the Heavenly Father and His Son, okay? So the elect is going to be tested, you know, they're going to be tested, they're going to be found worthy, and Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is going to guide and lead them through these coming troubling times. You see? So the Lord said, I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, the Israel of the Most High, right? And they shall say, Yahweh is my God. Okay. So, you know, again, you got guys who's saying stupid shit like nobody's going to know the name, you know, until the Lord returns. But according to biblical prophecy, the elect will know the name. OK, and not only will they know the name, they're going to call upon those names, and through the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the elect is going to be delivered. You see? So, you know, these scriptures should be comforting to you, because we're getting ready to enter into some serious times. Okay, like it tells you in 2nd Esdras. Let's get that real quick. Okay, hear ye, my dear beloved. Okay, the time of trouble is at hand. Okay. 2nd Esdras chapter 16 verse 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, save the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Numbers chapter 23 verse 19. Yahweh is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Have he said, and shall he not do it? Or have he spoken, and shall he not make it good? Isaiah 55 verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish in that which it shall accomplish in the thing whereto I've sent it, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I please. So the Lord's word does not go out void, you know. It's going to take serious belief in these holy scriptures, okay, in order to make it through these times. Do you believe in what is written? Do you believe that according to what is written, you could be delivered, possibly be delivered? Okay, because let's go over here to Hebrews. If we go to the book of Hebrews, okay, let's go to Hebrews, the 11th chapter. Hebrews, okay, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. Okay, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is. And that's his name right there. He is Yah. The Hebrew word for he is Yah. The Hebrew word for is Hawa, Yahweh. He is. He's everywhere. He's everything. Okay. He's all existence. So you got to believe that he's there. He's watching everything that goes on here on the planet Earth through his angels. He's the one that's putting people to death. He's the one that's preserving people, keeping people alive. He's the one that's preserving people until the day of judgment. He's the one responsible for all things you see on the earth. Okay. Okay, he's responsible for how these nations and their armies are moving. He's responsible for the different decrees that are being made through people, through children, through babies, through presidents, mayors, kings, prime ministers, you name it. He is responsible for the decision makings. Okay. Like one of my most favorite characters, Oni, said from Ultra Street Fighter 4, my power moves worlds. You see? And those worlds represent nations. Okay? So Yahweh is the one responsible for how these different nations, aka worlds, move. The way animals move, how, animals eating other animals preying on other animals, and the insect life, everything that happened in the seas is all Yahweh, man. He is. So he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, that he exists, and that Yahweh, he is, right? Yahweh is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. And how do you diligently seek the Lord? By watching the videos that he put up through the prophets, through his servants, through his teachers, whom he is dealing with. And that's starting with the apostles, the elders of great millstones, starting with Apostle Tahar, Apostle Kabar, Apostle Ariamlab, and Apostle Rakah. Okay. And really starting with Abba Bivens, who is Elijah, the prophet in the reincarnation. Okay. Trickling down to King Masha, who is King David, to a high priest Ariah, and elder Yaquab, okay, who basically taught our teachers who we see today, okay. So, you got to believe that he is. It's going to take faith to get through what's getting ready to happen. Because Esau's about to go mad. He's about to turn off the water supply. He's already talking about how cows farting and burping and shitting is fucking up the earth and causing global warming. And, we gotta call off the cows and, but what about pigs? How come they're not killing off pigs? They're killing off all the animals that are lawful to eat. Chicken, cows, bullocks. They're burning down all these factories. They're systematically creating a famine. And what's going to happen next? They're going to either poison the water supply or just shut it off. And if they shut off the grid, if they shut off the grid, everybody's going back to the Stone Ages. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that you necessarily need fire in order to eat. If you have canned food, you don't necessarily need fire. Not if you have peas, corn, beans. Okay. Now, if you have rice, you got to have some kind of way to cook it. But canned food, you don't need a fire to cook any of that. Not unless it's raw meat in there. But again, it's all about how the Lord, because when Israel was in the wilderness, how did the Lord feed the Israelites? He fed them through manna. Okay, he fed them with quail. He fed them with a quail. He gave them plenty of food. Okay. Through Moses, he made water come out of the flint of a rock. You don't think the Lord can make water come out of a tree to give you drink? Elijah, when he went through a famine, did not the Lord command ravens to bring him flesh? Did not the Lord tell Elijah where to go? The Lord told Elijah exactly where to go. He said, go over to the brook and drink of the water there. And the Lord commanded ravens to bring him food. When two captains in their 50s came up against Elijah to take him back to the king, right? Did not the Lord give Elijah spiritual power to make fire rain down from heaven on the captain and his 50? On both captains and their 50? When the Syrian army was coming up against Elisha and the man of God that was with him, did not the Lord give Elisha spiritual power to smite those men with blindness? Okay. With Elijah's mantle, did not Elisha divide the waters so he could pass through? So miracles is getting ready to come back, except on a higher level. You just gotta have faith. You gotta have faith that the Lord is actually going to do those things for you. Okay, Isaiah, the 40th chapter, it tells you that men are going to mount up with wings as eagles. Let's get that real quick. Okay. This lesson should be comforting to those, who are, you're sitting there meditating, what if this don't work? Nah. You got to have faith, Don't be questioning yourself. Whoa, what if this don't work out? Blah, 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 blah. No, don't do that, man. You gotta be confident. I'm not saying 100% sure like you're of the elect, like the Lord's going to be with you, but you gotta have faith. When you're facing adversity and trouble, pray to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord loves it when an Israelite praise to him. He love it. When you don't you know when every time you pray to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, that's a form of worship. That's a form of worship. So when you're praying to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, whenever you're in adversity, okay? Okay, that's worship. You're showing the Lord that you believe in him. Okay? So these lessons is to build you up for the time to come. Okay? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 40, verse 29. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. Right? But they that wait upon the Lord, okay? If you're waiting upon the Lord, what are you worried about? You're doing the right thing. You know, you're being charitable. You're being brotherly. You know, you're humbling yourself, even rather if you get rebuked, or rather if the Lord gave you some kind of revelation of the Holy Scripture, rather if the Lord is supping with you, you know, you're just being humble. You're being filled with humility. You know, your main focus is on glorifying Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. You're doing videos. You're going out in the highways and hedges. You know, you're keeping the Sabbath, the high holy days. You know, the Lord is going to look out for you. Okay? The Lord's going to look out for you, but it takes faith to believe that. Okay? But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. And not be weary. Okay? And they shall walk and not faint. It's going to take faith to believe that. Okay? It's going to take faith to believe that. You know? Because the majority of our people, they were not given the gift of faith. Okay? We got to, you got to remember, you know, faith is a gift. It tells you that in Ephesians, the 2nd chapter. Okay. Okay. So let's go to Psalms 91. Okay. Psalms chapter 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High. What's the secret place of the Most High? The Holy Scriptures. Okay. Especially having the true understanding of the Holy Scriptures. That's the secret place of the Most High, because not everybody was given the true understanding. Not everybody was given the understanding of the mysteries of the Holy Scriptures. Okay, like Yahushua told his disciples, when his disciples asked him, why speak ye unto them, that them meaning who? The 2/3. Why speaketh unto them in parables? Yahushua clearly told his disciples straight up, because it is given to you to know the mysteries of the whole of the kingdom of heaven. Why is it given to them to know the mysteries of the Holy Scriptures? Because the Lord's disciples were of the elect. That's why it was given unto them to know the mysteries. And now the mysteries have been given to the Lord's prophets and his servants. Why? So they can learn these breakdowns and accumulate what they need to know from the Holy Scriptures so that they can receive salvation. Okay, that would be the Lord's elect. Okay, the 1/3. Okay, so now the mysteries are open to the Lord's 1/3, and this time that includes the Lord's disciples that was with Yahushua 2,000 years ago. Okay, reincarnation. So the secret place of the Most High is the Holy Scriptures. Okay, so he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High. Okay, if your mind is constantly abiding in these Holy Scriptures, you're walking in the Spirit. You're doing your best to keep the high holy days, the Sabbath. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Okay, you're being charitable. You're doing your videos. You're teaching. You're going out on the highways and hedges. You're doing your videos. You're being humble. You're being filled with humility. You're always putting Yahushua first. Yahushua is always in your mind. Your focus is always on glorifying Yahushua. You're praying to Yahushua for mercy. You're hoping to be of the elect. Well, guess what? You're dwelling in the secret place of the Most High. Okay, so he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Okay. You're being charitable to the Lord's brotherhood, to the Lord's elect. OK, you're abiding in the secret place of the Almighty. OK, I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge. OK, the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 10. OK, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. That's the same as a refuge. OK, the righteous runneth into it and is safe. So I will say of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, he is my refuge, my fortress, my God. In him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. You see that? Okay. And that's going to happen when Yahushai returns, because what is the noisome pestilence? That's the intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay. He shall cover thee with his feathers. How's the Lord going to cover you with his feathers? Well, who are the Lord's feathers? Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 7. The feathers of the Lord are the angels. That's how the Lord's going to cover you with his feathers. He's going to cover you with his feathers by protecting you using his angels. Okay, because every man that is of the elect has an angel watching over them, waiting for the command from the Lord to do, whatever it takes to protect that man that is of the elect down on the planet Earth. Because like Yahushua told his disciples, there be some standing here which shall not taste the death. The book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 7. The angel of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, encampeth round about them that fear him, and what? Delivereth them. You see that? So the angel of the Lord, that is the Lord's feather right there. That's the Lord's feather. The angels. That's how the Lord's going to cover you with his feathers. AKA the feathers, which are the angels. The Lord's going to cover you with his feathers by commanding his angels to put a hedge around you, protecting you from what? Jacob's trouble. Why? Because you called upon the name of the Lord, which is a strong tower. Okay, and you're of the elect. You're going to be protected from that storm. Just like how Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was protected from the flame when they was thrown into it. Well, guess what? The modern day king of Babylon is getting ready to throw the Lord's elect into the flame again. And guess what? The Yahushua is going to come and defend his elect men via the angels, his feathers. Okay, you see? Did not the Lord say he would bring the third part through the fire in Zechariah 13:9? So the elect is going to be covered from that fire, just like how Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was covered from that fire. Okay, Psalms 91:4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings, the angels, thou shalt trust. Shalt thou trust. His truth, who's the truth? Yahushua is the truth. Yahushua is the 100% truth. Okay. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness. Yeah, the pestilence that walketh in darkness is talking about the diseases and viruses that Esau is going to try to secretly release on the public, talking about the shit was spread through rats. Nah, man. It's what the government is going to put in the water supply. Because they show you that in some of these movies, like The Crazies. What happened to those? What happened to those people in that movie? They drunk that water after Esau done put some shit in it. They didn't know that the government had put something in the water. But as soon as the people drunk that water, what happened? That they completely bugged out. They lost their minds. They didn't even know where they was anymore. Okay, you had young children in that movie. You know, spoiler alert. You had young children in that movie. Just mindlessly punching dumpsters. You know, that shit was creepy, disturbing. Just didn't know where they were at. Just staring at the dumpsters, mindlessly punching it back to back to back to back. People walking around, not even knowing that they're ass from the shoes on their feet. So yeah, the pestilence that walketh in darkness. One day, people so used to seeing chemtrails up in the air. The last thing that's going to be on people's mind is Esau spraying some shit in the air that's going to turn people into zombies or into mad max motherfuckers out here going crazy, losing it. Just banging on trash cans, kicking shit over, setting shit on fire, killing people, going on a rampage. World War Z. So what's spiritual about that movie, World War Z? There was a scene in that movie where there was a guy, I believe he was a Jake, but he was homeless, right? But guess what? Every single zombie ran past him. Okay, and that's just one example of how the Lord is going to cover you with his feathers if you're of the elect. It's going to be motherfuckers out here like the zombies from World War Z, just going around eating people and shit, jumping over one another, just going Mad Max crazy. But guess what? They're going to run right past you like you're invisible, just like how they ran past that homeless guy that was invisible. Okay, that homeless Jake at the beginning of the movie, and it's crazy because I believe he was drinking. I believe he was drinking a 40 or something like that, but he was good. Okay, there was a scene. I think it was in the land of Israel. There was this young child. He looked like he was a monk. Okay, he had no hair and shit, but guess what? Every zombie ran right around him. You see that? So that's an example of how the Lord's going to have a hedge around you during Jacob's trouble. Okay? Okay, so thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. Okay, the arrow, that's another term for the ICBM intercontinental ballistic missiles. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday, right? Is that Isaiah 56? The Lord have created, no, I think that's Isaiah 54. The Lord have created the waster to destroy. Okay, the waster is them arrows, which intercontinental ballistic missiles or any missile for the fact of a matter takes the shape and form of an arrow. Okay, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 8,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand. But guess what? It shall not come nigh thee. Why? Because he shall cover thee with his feathers, which are the angels. Okay. Because in that day, the Lord is going to send who? Michael the archangel. Okay. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Whoo! Only with thine eyes, right? And who's the wicked? That's the Edomites first and foremost. the heathens, as well as 2/3 of our people. Because what did Yahushua tell our people in the book of John, chapter 8, verse 44? Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father, ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth. So our people is doing the works of Esau, Edom, out there just being wicked, committing adultery, gang banging, smoking, doing drugs, selling drugs, into witchcraft. They're into Moism, being a transformer. Transformer more than meets the eye. You got Jake out there, just kidnapping whole families, cartels and shit. Murdering the husband in front of the wife, raping the wife in front of the children. Killing off the children, keeping the wife as a sex slave. Just all manner of wickedness, committing murder out there. Stealing, robbing, following a multitude to do evil, worshiping idols. Okay, so only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Okay, because thou hast made Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Now, is that talking about, where we're dwelling amongst Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai? No, because if we were, we would be dead, right? So how are we, of the hopeful elect, because we're hoping to be of the elect, right? How are we of the hopeful elect, making Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai our habitation? By abiding in the secret place of the Most High, okay? Because thou has made and what's the secret place of the Most High? These holy scriptures, abiding in the way of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, by walking in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Because thou has made Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Just like in the land of ancient Egypt, when we was in ancient Egypt, okay, when Yahweh Shai, who was that death angel, passed over ancient Egypt, right? Did not he pass over all the Israelites that had the blood of the lamb on their doorpost? Okay. Well, guess what? This time, Yahweh Shai is that blood. Okay. But you got guys talking about how, you're going to be saved by keeping the law. Well, what about Yahweh Shai? What about his blood that was shed 2,000 years ago, which made it possible for us to have a grace period so we can get right with Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai? If you're not covered by the blood of Yahweh Shai, then guess what? You're going to be taken by the coming plagues. Just like how the ancient Egyptians in ancient Egypt was taken by the plague, which was what? The death of the firstborn sons and the death of the firstborn of all the cattle. So if you're not covered by the blood of Yahweh Shai, when these prophecies come in the form of that plague, you're going to be taken because you're not covered by the blood of Yahweh Shai. You don't have the blood of Yahweh Shai on your spiritual doorpost, which your spiritual doorpost is your mind. Okay? So if you don't have Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, you're through out here, man. You got guys talking about you can be saved by keeping the law. No, we're not going to be saved by keeping the law. We're going to be saved, Lord's will, if we're of the hopeful elect, which the elect is going to be delivered. The elect is going to be delivered by Yahweh Shai when he returns. Point blank, period. Okay? Okay? There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. And let's get this scripture. Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 65, verse 15. 144. Call Halayim La Alahayanawa Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, look what time it is. 144. Well, it says 11:44, but it's 1:44 in there. Okay. Isaiah chapter 65, verse 15. No, let's start at 11. Isaiah 65, verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord. Who forsake the Lord? 2/3 of our people did. Okay, Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. Okay, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, when you go into that word land, it goes back to the Hebrew word aratazah, which means a particular country. Okay, and that's in the Blue Letter Bible. It's talking about a country. That country will be Babylon the Great, which is known as Babylon the Great in the book of Revelation, which is the United States of America. That and it shall come to Zechariah 13:8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, save the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd shall be left therein. And the 3rd is talking about the 1/3, which is the elect. So the 2 parts is talking about our people, the 2/3. Isaiah 65, verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord. That's the 2/3 of our people. Okay. You can also read that in the book of Isaiah, the 1st chapter. Sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity. And what does the scripture say about those that are laden with their iniquity? Woe unto them that are bound with their sins. Okay. Woe unto them that are bound with their sins. For the wages, Romans chapter 6, verse 23. For the wages of sin is death. Okay. Sirach chapter 12, verse 6. Okay. Sirach chapter 12, verse 6. For the Most High hateth sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keepeth them against the day of their punishment. Okay, so the Most High hateth sinners. Psalms chapter 7, verse 11. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai judgeth the righteous, and Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is angry with the wicked every day. So Isaiah 65, verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, 2/3 of our people, and that forget my holy mountain, and prepare a table for that troop. Right, Isaiah 10 and 5. O Assyrian, the rod of my anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. And that furnished the drink offering unto that number. What number? The 2/3. Therefore, I will number you to the sword. What sword? The book of Psalms, the 17th chapter. Arise, O Lord, disappoint them, cast them down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Who's the wicked? The book of Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Whereas thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them, who's the them? Edom. And they shall call them the border of wickedness and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. Who is Edom? Genesis chapter 36, verse 1. Esau, who is Edom? Esau is Edom. Who is Esau? That's your so-called white people today. Starting with the so-called elites who call themselves Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and all these other so-called elite families, trickling down to the rest of their nation of people. These are the Edomites today, and also the wicked. The Rothschilds and the Rockefellers trickling down to the rest of their nation of people. Those are your Edomites today. Okay? Therefore, so that's the sword of the Lord right there. That's the wicked who is the sword of the Lord. Therefore, I will number you to the sword, and ye shall bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. And how's the Lord calling? Is he opening up the sky and, sticking his head down to the earth? Yo, you motherfuckers are going to listen to me, or I'm going to put your ass to death. No, he's speaking to you through his prophets. Okay, the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 69 to 70 tells you, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets. So the Lord speaks through the mouth of his holy prophets. What did Yahweh tell his disciples? Take no thought what ye shall say or answer, for it shall be given you in that same hour. For it is not ye that speaketh, but the Spirit of your Father that speaketh in you. Okay, so the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, in the name of his Son, speaks through his holy prophets. And the Lord's prophets are out there on the highways and hedges with the 100% truth, telling you what the deal is. And a lot of you people, you're fanning, you're scoffing, you know, you want to talk shit, you want to debate, you got a problem with what teaching, you want to question the Lord's authority, the Lord's order, which he set up. So guess what? Therefore, I will number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear. Hear meaning what? You did not obey, but did evil before mine eyes. And what's that evil? Iniquity, wickedness, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, my servants shall eat. Ooh, but ye shall be hungry. Who are the Lord's servants? The elect. But ye, who's the ye? But ye shall be hungry. That's the 2/3 of our people. Yeah, the Lord's going to starve y'all out in these last days. Behold, my servants shall drink. Who are the Lord's servants? The elect. The elect shall eat and drink. But ye, the 2/3, shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice. Yeah, well, why do you think the Lord's servants are going to rejoice? Because they're catching hell in this society right now, you know? They're going through hell, you know, doing their best to, be righteous, not do wickedness, stay away from wicked people, separating themselves from the wicked deeds and the wickedness of the world. The Lord's elect is doing that. Okay, so they're going to rejoice when hell break loose in America. You know why? Because they know that when hell break loose in America, that means the Lord's return is that much closer, and they could possibly be one of those members of the elect that gets beamed up into what the world calls UFOs. So they're going to be they're going to rejoice in that day. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a terrible, it's going to be a horrifying, terrifying, scary, bloody time. But the elect is still going to rejoice because they know the truth and they know what's going on, and they know that the Lord's return is that much closer. Because once hell breaks loose in America, all of the other prophecies are going to come. They're going to come to pass like a domino effect, simultaneously. And at that point, it's just going to be a matter of time before the Lord returns. Because during Jacob's trouble, guess what's going to be implemented? The RFID CHIP. And many people's going to run to that thing for what? For protection, for a sense of security, so they can eat, drink, so they can feed their family, and they're going to be destroyed in the end. Okay, Salakia, But okay. So the Lord's elect is going to rejoice, okay? But ye, the 2/3, they're going to be ashamed. Why? Because the Lord's elect has been out there, started with the apostles of Great Millstone for decades. Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ariamlab, and Apostle Rakha. They have been out there. They have been out there for decades teaching. And then, you got men under them who have also been out there fervently, diligently teaching. So they're going to receive a reward too for not giving up, for not turning their back, for not taking their hand off the plow. You see? Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart. Right? But so the Lord's elect is going to sing for joy of heart. But ye, the 2/3, shall cry for sorrow of heart, which the word heart goes back to the Hebrew word lob, which means your mind, right? But ye shall howl for vexation of spirit, and ye shall leave a name for a curse unto my chosen. That's another name for the elect, the chosen. Okay? For Yahweh shall slay thee and call his servants by another name. Okay? The Israel of the Most High, New Jerusalem, the remnant, the elect. So I pray and hope that you sincere brothers and few sisters have been edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. With that, I'm going to say shalom. Is on to the next one.